Good morning and welcome to Catherine's Garden. Well, I have something really interesting to share with you this morning, and that is my purple Perilla plant. Well, good morning, and welcome to Catherine's Garden. It's so good to be here with you today. And my featured plant today is purple Perilla. Yeah, I've learned so much about it, that it's part of the mint family, and that you can use it in sushi, and you can also use it as a tea. And so that's good to know. I was just using it as a beautiful plant in addition, a filler to my garden to add color to all of the green that I have. So it's so good to know that it has other uses and I could actually drink it and make it part of my tea because it's part of the mint family. And I have this plant all over my garden, and it is definitely a #1 accent for this time in August. And you know what I found out about purple Perilla is that it is used in sushi. Yeah, did you know that? That purple Perilla can be used in sushi? Perilla, you can grow it for looks, then eat it too. And I never knew that. I just like the look of it, and it's all over my garden. I visited the local garden, community garden, and this woman was there and she was planting things. And I happened to ask her about purple Perilla. And she says, "Oh, do you want some of this?" And I said, "Yes, I would definitely take some." And she just gave me just 1 or 2 slits of the purple Perilla, and I put it in my garden, and I allowed it to go to seed, and from there it just spread all over the garden. So I'm going to show you all of the places where purple Perilla is, and the fact that it's come up so great in the garden for this month of August. Perilla in the mint family and Shusiso is a perennial plant that may be cultivated as an annual in temperate climates. The plant occurs in purple-leaved and green-leaved form. Well, I love it in this purple leaf form because it just sparkles here in my garden. And you can find it all over. I just planted a couple of them throughout the garden, and it just seeded itself, and you can find it all in the grass. I mean, it's become like a thug, a weed. But because my garden is so green, it's okay with me. I don't even mind it traveling and being in the garden. Well, let's tour around and take a look at where it's found itself, because it's seeded all over the garden. But I don't even sometimes have the heart to pull it up because it just adds so much. It blends in. It's such a great companion plant. Now, I just had a little piece of purple Perilla, and it was given to me by this woman in the local garden, community garden. I was walking by and she gave me just 1 or 2 slits of it, and I planted it in the garden, and now it has just added such beauty to the garden. And the reason why it's all over my garden is because I allowed it to go to seed. And the next year I just planted it in different parts of the garden. And over time, it's just taken over. So just follow me as I show you all of the places where the purple perilla is. So here, as you can see, it is created like a little hedge here in the front garden. I call this my urban cottage garden look. And purple perilla is just here. By the way, do you see the leaves of these pumpkin vines? They have taken over, and I don't know where they're headed. But look at that. Just look at the size of the leaves. And then here also I have watermelon plants. And then over here in the corner, you can see that I don't know if you can see that. Let me see if I can zoom in. Yes, that's cantaloupe beginning to grow in this garden. All right, back to the purple perilla. So you see that it's all in here, but yet if that purple perilla was not there, I would not get this beautiful look. Isn't this pretty? As you can see, my hydrangea tree is showing its beautiful blooms this morning. Yeah. Now the purple perilla just looks so good too with the purple phlox back there. And it's scattered throughout the whole garden. Now I've had to pluck it up and just, remove it. And you can do that. But it is kind of weedy. But my garden would not look the way it is. The beauty of it would not be the same without purple perilla. So I don't mind. It can grow as much as it wants. And I would just take the time to, pluck it up, pull it up, and manage it. Because it just complements all of the other different flowers. Now look how good it looks with the marigolds here and with the zinnias. It looks great with the cosmos. It's just a wonderful filler plant. And it's edible too. You can eat this, and I didn't even know that. Look how well it looks with the cleome. I didn't even know that you could eat purple perilla. And that in Asian cuisine, they use it to garnish sushi. Well, the garden is just looking wonderful this morning. Now look at it here. Now doesn't that look wonderful together? It looks so good. It complements both the yellow as well as the coneflower. Now I transplanted actually these grouping of purple perilla, and they've grown up in here to just look so beautiful here, complementing the zebra grass. And all down the bed. I mean, it's even in the grass here. Look at that. It's just seeded itself all over. But it really doesn't show up fully until now, this time in the garden. I don't know what my garden would look like without the purple perilla. It would be very bland. But that addition of the The beautiful purple color just made the garden look so pretty. So it's a welcomed addition to this garden. So even back here, purple Perilla looks good with these dahlias that are just opening up so beautifully in this August garden, along with my zinnia. Now I planted that zinnia from seed, and it is just coming along nicely. I'm so pleased with this dahlia, with the heuchera and these sun impatiens. But it is the purple Perilla that has added so much color and life, even to this little bed. And it's just a great filler. So over here is where I really started, where I planted the first batch of purple Perilla. It was in this bed. And it seeded here, and it was just a whole lot, and I started spreading it from here to other parts of the garden. And when I first initially got my piece, and it just makes this garden so beautiful. And this year I've added with it the cleome. Now isn't that pretty with the fennel? It's just made a beautiful arrangement here. I just love how it looks. So that soft pink of the dianthus and the other plants with this dark foliage just looks so pretty. And they just balance one another and shimmer in the light. Purple Perilla. I don't know if I can do without it in my garden now, and it's a permanent plant because it's seeded itself even in the grass. If you look right here, you'll see it again. But I love it. I just love purple Perilla. Now it's a great complement to this hydrangea. And you can actually see the color of this in the blooms. You see the hydrangea color of that purple? It's also found in the purple Perilla. Really pretty. The purple Perilla can be found on this side too. And it just fills out this side of the bed really well. It complements and works well with the hosta, Sir Francis William. And then even the purple with my lone gladiola. Do you see the glads back here? I love that color. See if I can zoom in. But the interior of this is actually the same color as the purple Perilla. And they look great together. I just wish more of my glads had opened up, my gladiola bulbs. But it also works well with the rose. Curly pink. And when the rose has died off and is finished blooming, the purple Perilla color will still add some color and life to this garden, this side. Now these bulbs are just so beautiful. This has definitely been a highlight in the garden too. These tuberous begonias. And the purple color of the purple Perilla with the coleus here and also the tuberous begonia. Now isn't that a sight to behold? Really beautiful. And this particular plant here, these plantings, I didn't plant them. They seeded themselves. Now the coleus I of course planted, but the purple Perilla, it found its way there, and just so beautiful. I could not pull it out. It's just perfect. Isn't this perfect? The purple Perilla plant has also found its way here in the front and the top here, and it's hanging out with the peppers as well. And you know, it really grows big here, but I still like it anyway, and I do need to thin things out a bit. But it adds such color and it looks beautiful. The purple Perilla has actually found itself amongst the watermelon. Look at that. That is my sugar baby watermelon that I planted from seed from my dollar store seeds that I obtained. And the purple Perilla is hanging out with it. And just FYI, here is some more of the watermelon plants along with the peppers. It's amazing how the watermelon is just growing. And it's like tucked in there on the wall. And here's another one. And I think there's another one that I have here, right here. It's a different color, but it's from the same seed pack. It'll be interesting to see how it fares, because I had a couple of others and it didn't do so well. You know, like this, I've had to remove them because they've gotten soft, but this still feels hard, so it may do well. The other thing is that the temperature is changing here in the garden, and hopefully the watermelon will have enough time to mature, and the peppers are doing well too. But it's so good to be able to have watermelons with my purple Perilla, keeping it company. And one other thing I want to show you too is that the peppers are doing well. These are ghost peppers. They seem to be doing fine here. The purple Perilla works so well with the zinnias. Now these zinnias are from a seed pack that I got from the dollar store, and they've come right into fashion here. And they look so good with the purple perilla. This plant is just beautiful. Look what I discovered. A squash. A butternut squash. At least I'm going to have one. And also my, let's see. My okras are here, growing amongst the beautiful eggplant. Did you see that eggplant? In this garden. They're all coming together. I found another butternut squash. That's going to be fun, finding the butternut squash amongst the purple perilla and the garden leaves. But it just is so pretty. There's no way that I can be upset about this. And the garden is at its fullest here. This is definitely an August blessing. Well, if you like this video, then like, share, and subscribe. Subscribe to Catherine's Garden. Yeah, there's still a lot of summer left, and I'm still harvesting vegetables. You're gonna see my summer squash, no, winter squash actually, is coming in. And so stay with me as we look and tour and enjoy the garden together. I'm so happy to share my garden with you. Yes, I am. Yeah, so come again and see you next time in Catherine's Garden. Bye.